What happens when one of the most powerful families in the world is pulled back into one of the darkest scandals of our time? In recent days, renewed attention on the Jeffrey Epstein files has once again stirred public debate, legal scrutiny, and difficult questions about power, accountability, and responsibility. This time, the conversation includes a rare and deeply personal voice, Melinda French Gates. In a candid interview on Wildcard with Rachel Martin, Melinda French Gates addressed the resurfacing of Epstein-related records that repeatedly mention her former husband, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates. While stopping short of making any allegations, she made it clear that unresolved questions remain and that those questions must be answered by the people directly involved. Her comments arrive amid ongoing analysis of court filings, depositions, and exhibits connected to Jeffrey Epstein, the financier who died in federal custody in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. These documents have reignited public attention not only because of Epstein's crimes, but also because of the number of prominent individuals referenced within them. Melinda French Gates framed the moment as part of a larger societal reckoning. "I think we're having a reckoning as a society," she said, emphasizing that minors should never have been exposed to the circumstances described in Epstein-related testimony and records. Speaking both as a woman and as a mother, she described the revelations as beyond heartbreaking. From a legal perspective, it's important to understand what these files represent and what they do not. Being named in legal documents does not automatically equate to an accusation, let alone guilt. Courts and legal experts have repeatedly stressed that inclusion in deposition transcripts or evidentiary exhibits does not establish criminal liability on its own. Still, the Epstein files have fueled renewed calls for transparency, particularly around the network of people and institutions that failed to stop his abuse. For many observers, the issue isn't only about individual wrongdoing, but about systemic failures that allowed exploitation to continue for years. For Melinda French Gates, the renewed attention has also carried a deeply personal weight. She acknowledged that news coverage tied to Epstein has brought back painful memories from her marriage, which ended in divorce in 2021. Without pointing fingers or alleging specific conduct, she said the resurfacing of these details has been difficult, but she also made clear that she has intentionally moved on from that chapter of her life. And then came one of the most striking moments of the interview. Melinda French Gates said, "Whatever questions remain there, those questions are for those people, and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer those things, not me." That statement draws a firm legal and moral boundary. Accountability, she emphasized, belongs to individuals whose actions are under scrutiny, not to former spouses, colleagues, or associates, unless evidence shows direct involvement. This principle sits at the heart of how responsibility works in law. Guilt is not transferable. Association alone does not create liability. And yet, in high-profile cases, public perception often blurs those distinctions, placing pressure on people who may have no legal role in the alleged conduct. French Gates also reflected on her decision to step away from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, now known as the Gates Foundation. She described disentangling herself from both the marriage and the organization as necessary for her own well-being. While she did not link that decision to any specific legal exposure, it highlights a broader reality. In major controversies involving powerful institutions, legal risk, reputation, and governance often intersect. Even without direct allegations, the ripple effects can be profound. Throughout the interview, however, French Gates repeatedly returned to what she described as the most important issue for all the survivors. Many of the women who say they were abused by Epstein were minors at the time. Today, they are adults who continue to pursue justice through civil lawsuits, congressional advocacy, and public testimony. For them, the legal process is not only about punishment, but also about acknowledgement, accountability, and reform. French Gates said her dominant reaction when reading about the Epstein files is unbelievable sadness, particularly for women who say they were abused as girls and are still seeking redress decades later. From a legal standpoint, the Epstein case continues to raise unresolved questions about prosecutorial discretion, non-prosecution agreements, and institutional accountability, and the immense challenges survivors face when pursuing justice years after alleged abuse occurred. Evidence degrades, memories fade, power imbalances persist. Yet, Melinda French Gates expressed hope that ongoing legal proceedings and sustained public scrutiny could still lead to meaningful accountability for those harmed. Her comments add a significant voice to the broader legal and ethical debate surrounding the Epstein files, one that underscores two critical truths at the same time. First, collective guilt has limits. Responsibility must rest where the evidence leads. And second, the need for answers does not disappear simply because time has passed or because the accused are powerful. As courts, lawmakers, journalists, and survivors continue to confront the legacy of one of the most far-reaching abuse scandals in recent history, the questions raised by Melinda French Gates echo far beyond any single name. They speak to who must answer for their actions, how justice is pursued when power is involved, and whether society is truly willing to confront uncomfortable truths even when they sit at the very top. If you found this breakdown helpful or thought-provoking, don't forget to like the video and share it with others who want informed discussions on major legal and social issues, and subscribe to the channel for more clear, in-depth analysis. Your support helps keep these conversations going. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.